All right, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live, and welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am so excited. Thank y'all so much for being here, and welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derrick Forston, and there's a lot of people that just came over from my TikTok channel. So if you just came over from TikTok, let me know. I want to shout you guys out personally, because y'all followed instruction. As y'all know, my name is Derrick Forston. I am the proud owner of Second Chance Housing. That's my personal independent living facility where we take people from homeless to hopeful. But guess what, y'all? I'm also the founder of Forston Consultants. No matter where you live in, and we share this good news of how can you start a housing program without the need for a license, without the need to own the property. And we call them independent living facility. So if you can hear me on TikTok, please come over to our YouTube channel at Forston Consultants, because I'm getting ready to show the world how we take a single family property. And I got 1,000 pictures that I also want to show y'all. I want to show you guys a bunch of footage today again. How do we take people from homeless to hopeful? And you don't have to own the property. These are not group homes. These are not ALFs, an assisted living facility. These are not your traditional IDD. Shay does it as a nonprofit. I'm for profit. But no matter what, we're both gap fillers. And for us, that just stands for God's appointed people, just like you guys are. I'm getting ready to bring my wife on. She's the absolute better half of me. Her name is Miss Shay. Shay, welcome to the stage.
First and foremost, I want to be with you every day, right? So welcome, everybody. For those of you, I've been joking around and saying I am not in the office with Derrick. I am in the yo, as we call it. I'm in the studio. And I told Derrick this morning, I am not going back into the office until the course for the nonprofit is done. So if y'all see this in my background, I'm still working on y'all nonprofit course. But again, I just want to introduce myself. I am Shay Forston, the president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, 501c3 nonprofit organization here in Orlando, Florida, that provides ILF housing, independent living facilities, as one of my primary program for my nonprofit. That is the thing that is the financial stability of my nonprofit. So I don't live by the grant and die by the grant. That is what I utilize to run the financial aspect of my nonprofit. So again, I am excited. I love talking about all things independent living facilities and how we merge them together from a for-profit standpoint with Derrick and a nonprofit standpoint for me. The difference, honestly, there isn't any other than my structure, my business structure, the setup, the fact that I don't have a business, I have a community trust. So I hope y'all heard that. I don't have a business, I have a community trust. And that is exactly what a nonprofit is. My programs can expand as much as I want them to, based on the needs in my community. So it's not just housing for the Angela Denise Foundation, it's toiletry totes, it's compassion kits for the schools. It is all sorts of different things that we can do to help do something great in the community. So that's a little bit about me and who I am and what I do. Also, like I said, I hope y'all are excited. I am crazily, stupidly excited about the nonprofit Know Before You Go course that is in the works.
And for my new people that don't know this, guys, I've been pushing Shay to do this course for a long time. She's got a lot inside of her. And just like me, she's been through the bumps, the bruises, the crazy stuff. So why not share that with people, right? Because I quickly tell you all that nonprofit is not my game. I'm married to Shay. We live together over 13 years. I don't know that game. We sleep in the same house. I don't know that game. So I'm good at not trying to teach people what I don't do. Now, the game of doing this, like the actual model, I can do this in my sleep. But from the entity of being a nonprofit, that's not my game. That's Shay's game. I'm just like most of y'all. God put in y'all heart to help people, and most of y'all trying to get into real estate or you're already in it. I'm going to say a lot of stuff today, but don't get it twisted. All this is real estate, the love of God, and social services all mixed into one.
So Sharon says, good morning. Is there a limit to how many rooms you can have in an ILF?
Not really. We have, and of course, I have a picture for it, but not really. So the smallest to date is a 1-1. It's a gentleman in Lake Wells, Florida, that we taught this to. He's housing 2 military veterans, and I'll call it a box, but he bought this property that was like this again, it's it's probably 950 square feet, and it's a 1-1. It's a really big room, and the bathroom's in it, right? So it's kind of like that shared suite, and that's it. It's got a living room. But 2 military veterans would be homeless on the street without him. But I also got people like Dornico that has an 8-bedroom house, right? I have a mansion, and I'm going to pull it up here in a minute. So a lot of people have these 7 and 8 bedrooms. I kind of say, why go over that amount? If you do go over an 8-bedroom home, that's when we begin to talk about maybe doing not 2 people per room to have all these people, but do private suites only. So the most popular models are the 3-2, the 4-2, and the 5-3. Nobody really goes outside of those. There's an occasional 2-2, occasional 2-1, 1-1, occasional 8-5. But I'll tell people this, right? Let's not get super picky on the size of it either, right? Let's get wherever the yes comes from. Because under my coaching, I'm going to tell you right now, the hardest thing to this business is getting the real estate to do it in. Guys, I was told no 300 times in a row before I got my first house. So shame on y'all that called me and said, well, Derrick, man, I talked to 3 people and they all said no. I'm going to laugh at that, actually. And not to be mean to you, but because I stutter, which some of y'all have caught on to, I stutter real bad, y'all, if I'm nervous or if I'm excited or if I'm not sure of myself.
Yeah.
So can you imagine me when I first started trying to ask people, can I rent your house? My name is Derrick. Guys, I was nervous. And for some of y'all to think I'm teasing, I'm serious. I stutter since birth. I just speak so much now that I can talk a little bit here without stumbling up all the time, back to back to back. I don't stutter that way. But when I'm nervous, oh, yes, I do. Right? So I'm not the guy that when I'm lying, I stutter. Well, if I'm nervous or like so excited, it's like my tongue outraces my brain getting it out. And if you don't stutter, you don't even know what that means.
Right.
So just let me tell you. But the first 150 calls, they just hung up on me because I was stuttering so bad. The other 150 calls, they was hanging up on me because I didn't know what to say. And I was scaring people versus showing them I was the greatest thing since sliced bread when it comes to affordable housing. Make sense, everybody? So again, that shared room, private suite. Ms. Shay, back on you.
So PR says, do you help with marketing? I'm no social media genius. Not my forte. I have a 9 to 5, no 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. So in all honesty,
virtual assistants.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that. I cringe at social media. TikTok has made it a lot more fun for me to do. And I've been a little bit more confident and having, a little bit more ease of use with TikTok, but I have virtual assistants that do all of my posting. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to do anything pertaining to it, but sometimes throw out there some content for him to utilize so that he can repurpose it. And a lot of times he does it from these platforms as well. So yes, virtual assistants are the cheat code to all things marketing. Okay.
Yep. And also to answer that question about Derrick, if they're poor and homeless, how do we get paid? Well, guys, what you don't know is also I didn't know even as that social worker until kind of just like, oh, they get a monthly check, as most of us call it, a check. Today, guys, it's on the debit card, right? It's called Direct Express. So anybody that receives SSI or SSDI, oh, and by the way, don't forget to join our free Facebook Academy, absolutely free. So it's called the ILF Academy. I said Facebook Academy, Facebook group. I'm sorry. Join our free Facebook group, y'all. It's called the ILF Academy. The ILF Academy. Lots of coaching and teaching in there. And again, so most of the people that we serve, y'all, are going to get either SSI or SSDI, and that is simply a social security income that they get every month without fail, and nothing stops it. So I don't depend on probably 95% of my guys to get up and go to work and make money. Like, I don't have a lot of that, even though I do have guys that have jobs.
Community funded programs are amazing. They allow you to house people that really don't have anything, no income, no SSI, no SSDI, no family support, none of that. They've just partnered with a community-based organization, whether it's a mental health hospital, a social service provider or organization that has funds for housing, but they do not have the housing. So they look for people like us to be the ones to provide the housing for this population type. So prime example, they'll pay while they're helping this resident, or while it's our resident, but their client obtain SSI or SSDI, or as they're helping them get into a job. Like they can be helping them navigate the interview process, resume writing, how to go on interviews, all of that stuff. They're helping them prepare themselves to be out on their own. So these organizations will pay monthly. Some of them do 3 months, some of them do up to 6 months, and some of them even do up to a year. But the person on the receiving side, the one that we're housing, has to be compliant to their program and the program rules. So showing up to appointments, going to doctor's visits, going to psych visits, going to all of the visits that they need to continue to be in that program. So that's the fun part. Checks in the mail.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, and just because I like to give extra value, this is what the phone call sounds like. Now, obviously, we use VAs, right? So a virtual assistant answers all of my calls. And a virtual assistant, guys, is a part of both of my coaching packages. That means that you get a remote worker from the Philippines that can do all your social media, because y'all just like me. Y'all ain't good at it. Y'all ain't techie either. Y'all just like me, because I'm terrible. I can barely turn this computer on, y'all. And I jokingly said, but I know it. Most of y'all just like me. And that's why I give y'all the software system to run it. And I give y'all the VA to help you do it all with both of my packages, whether you go DIY or one-on-one. Oh, here is what the call sounds like. Hello, thank you for calling Second Chance Housing. That's Jess, my assistant. Hey, Jess, got a great guy named John. And Jess, John don't have a dime. John don't get that SSI or the SSDI, and John could never keep a job, Jess. But Jess, no problem. Tell Derrick we're going to pay for it for up to 6 months until we get John on his feet. The goal is to get John SSI, SSDI, or maybe we can trick McDonald's to give John a job. But Derrick, if they don't you worry, because we're going to pay for it for 6 months, Derrick.
Not trick McDonald's.
Guys, that's what a community-funded grant looks like to Shay and I. And Shay, can you tell the people really slowly? Because somebody going to think they're writing a check to Shay. Who they write their check to, Shay?
The Angela Denise Foundation. Why is the check written out to ADF and not Shay? The reason why it will be in the business name is because that's who they're doing. That's who they're partnering with, right? They're not partnering with Shanye Shay. They're not partnering with Shay. They're partnering with another entity, not an individual. They do not partner with individuals unless you are a client. That is the only partnership they are doing. It's business to business relationship, or nonprofit to nonprofit, business to nonprofit, whatever it is. They are doing business with that entity, not Tiffany, not Lynette, not Derrick, not Angela. It is a business to business relationship. Yeah. When they write or submit for those grants, it's not saying I'm gonna give my homegirl down the street a couple of $1,000s every year to house people for us. No, that don't work like that. It has to be a legal transaction, a business transaction. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to submit my W-9 and say, here you go, the Angela Denise Foundation, providing you the proof that the document that you need to supply proof back if you're ever under audit, who those funds are going to. So they can see how many checks. When they write them checks, that's a whole nother set of accounting measures that are put in place. So those W-9s, again, keep them responsible, me responsible for my taxes as well. And it shows, the financial back and forth, the relationship financially between the two entities.
Good stuff. I love it. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate that. Let's take a quick commercial break. Hey, David, did you know that you can start your own housing program and it doesn't require you for you to own the property and you do not need a license? So how in the world would you do that? I was always told that you had to own the property and that there was always some kind of special license that you had to get from your city to do this. People always told me that there was lots of red tape to jump through. So you mean to tell me these are also not group homes? It's actually simple. They're called independent living facilities, and Forster Consultants actually created it. They hold the trademark for it. So I follow them religiously on Instagram at Forster Consultants as well as Facebook. And every Monday night at 6 p.m., they actually go live on YouTube at Forster Consultants, and I follow them there as well. So you mean to tell me my dream of becoming this housing provider that I've always dreamt of is closer than I realize? And again, you're telling me I don't need a license and I don't have to own the property. Absolutely. You do not have to own the property. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be a CNA. And you can get started as soon as tomorrow. Click the link below for more information. All right, let's get back into it. So as we got the last 6 minutes, I want to make one quick change. That was kind of when we changed it from 6 p.m. to 7. So don't listen to Dennis, who's usually really sharp. Dennis is on it usually. But that's 7 p.m. every Monday and Tuesday. Miss Shay, back on you to start to get ready to close us down.
Just to re-answer this question, the check doesn't come in my name because they're not doing business with me. I am not a business, right? I am Shanye Shay is not an LLC, a corporation. It is not a nonprofit, for-profit, S-corp, none of that. My organization is the Angela Denise Foundation. So that is who they are partnering with. They're not partnering with a person. They are partnering with an entity.
And that's why the first step to my coaching, who's that pure elegance, is to turn yourself into a business, right? And that's not how we do this. Not even that house is doing business with Derrick. That house is doing business with Second Chance Housing, my program. So like Shay said, these social workers and these companies, these managing entities in your county, they're not writing you a check. They want to write it to your business. So that's why the first step and trust me, guys, Shay and I are also business coaches just at the core. We own 8 businesses, so we don't care what you do. If you're the local shade tree mechanic, if you bake chocolate chip cookies, or you paint and sell it to people, you need a business. Mm-hmm. Now, the smallest of the smallest, and I'm no accountant or I'm not giving any advice, it's usually just a quick LLC. Some people decide to go S Corp, C Corp, blah, 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 blah. There's nonprofit like Shay. But again, guys, because Derrick, that was one of my first mistakes, trying to do business just under me. That was dumb, y'all. So I don't allow y'all to make those same mistakes. Prime example, I got an ebook that's called How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. It's literally the 12 dumbest mistakes that I made when I started, including that lawsuit. Now, I think my team changed it, but it's supposed to be, I think, $27. Guys, if you did nothing but buy that book and read the table of contents, if you didn't even read the book, that book could save your life and probably save all of y'all $40,000. Okay? So invest in yourself as well. But that book is called How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco, avoiding the 12 dumbest mistakes I made when I got started. So let that be a lesson to you all, ma'am. Turn yourself into a business, because if you get a call from a hospital and she say, okay, who I make that check out to? Or send me your W-9, you're going to say, huh? But if you under my coaching and teaching or even my YouTube channel, you're going to know better than that.
So I want to answer this question for the DIY masterclass, the mastermind we did. That will be delivered into your portal. So just like how you have all your course information, that should be available to you all by Tuesday at the latest. That amazing reader that we have does a lot of things, but what we did is we downloaded everything so that we weren't just sending y'all links. We wanted you to get all of the information in one place so that it's not you going from place to place trying to get all of the content that you all are getting in your courses. So the video has already been uploaded. We're just getting the transcript and the all of the other stuff compiled, and then it will all be uploaded together.
I think we're still going to go ahead and honor that. But for the one-on-one coaching, guys, it's always been $7,500. But for the whole year of 2025, we dropped that to $5,000. So it's literally $4,997, and I cover the tax. So my accountant is here, so I got to be careful about that, right? So $4,997 is the cost of the one-on-one coaching, and for the DIY, it's only $497. So either $5,000 or $500, or the free version, right? That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. So when you go in and when I see you to go get that checking account, I don't want them to box you into real estate. You're more of a solution, your enterprise, your project, your foundation. Banks love that stuff, and it makes you more bankable to get more business loans, business lines of credit, business credit cards. But if you go calling yourself housing, you're talking about real estate, they're going to box you in. You're going to get a $200 credit card versus a $20,000 credit card. Trust me, ask me how I know. So that's some free coaching. Congratulations. That's for free. Other than that, last time, one-on-one coaching, $5,000. DIY, do it on your own, $500. And they both come with the website build out. My team builds it because we own the digital marketing company. The virtual assistant that we also offer you is on us. I told you guys earlier, you might have missed it. Guys, I don't sell products and VAs and videos. Guys, I give that complimentary. I sell transformation. For you all that are tired of your job and you ready to leave and you want to do something that's more meaningful in life and you love to help people, you've been trying to get into real estate, this is it. There's no reason you just by chance you bumped into us today for such a time as this. So again, guys, I sell transformation when you're ready to change your life. So you pick one of those. But again, I'll tell you right now, before you buy anything from me, do your research on me. Ask people about me. As they say back in the day, Google me. Today, guys, I'll fill that whole front page up. 8 years ago, you wouldn't have found nothing but maybe a jail record. Today, I'll fill that whole front page up. Ain't no telling what they would have found, Shay. Today,
you ain't told me.
Today, I fill the whole front page because this is what I'm known for all around the world now. My wife and I, and we drag my accountant along too. So again, guys, thank y'all so much for allowing us to pour this into you. And like I tell everybody, if you buy nothing from me, just show up every Monday and Tuesday and I'll change your life. And then we together going to give God the credit. Because remember, I told you earlier, I decrease so that God can increase in us. So we take no credit. God is over all of this. And without God, this is all baloney. But because God is mixed in it, it's genius. Make sense, everybody? I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. You guys be great. I'm gone. Shay, let's go eat. Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one-on-one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Mastery Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. Let's get back to the show.